We back. Day 2. Well, not day 2, but visit 2. Today we're actually going to make this stuff work for real. So Mom has been living in a temporary situation where we have a piece of red electrical tape to turn all the lights on and off at once. We have our access point that Ben has installed that is currently not hooked up, but today's plan of attack is to mount access points because we are doing the entire house with one Unifi U6, not even a Unifi U6 LR. It is a Unifi U6. So our plan today is to run various Unifi in-wall access points throughout the house. And then once that is done, we are going to move the modem into the basement and then cut the house over to the Wi-Fi's. So Ben and I have a break where we can spend about 3 hours here today, given our LM schedule of building and wiring. So we're going to see what we can get done in 3 hours. And because I'm a crazy person, I figured we have to document this for the YouTubes to tell us all the things that we did wrong. So here we go. Ben.
Hi.
We did the heat map on the house.
Yes.
I think we have a basic game plan. Are you ready to deploy?
I'm ready.
Let's deploy. So Ben,
Yes.
did we just achieve the sketchiest sketch that has ever sketched?
I feel like I could draw an art gallery of sketches.
So
Not a sketch.
what we weren't filming was Ben and I's sole purpose today was to run access points, and we left our 250-foot fish tape at the shop
In my car.
in Ben's car because I said, well, we're not going to drive separately, we're just going to drive together. So we've been currently using a tape measure as a fish tape, which, you know, I think gets style points for ingenuity, but man, that little hook on the end gets caught on everything. Who would have thought? So our next mission is to start the process of, well, I guess let's get the rack wired first so that when we move the modem over, everything just sort of works. Or at least it's the famous last. To further complicate things, when I lived here, this was my drum room, which is Dad's studio, and they filled the ceiling with ester foam, which those of you who are wondering is, well, not a great move because foam used in road cases has absolutely no R value. So all the drop ceiling is filled with ester foam, and it is doing nothing but preventing us from getting the drop ceiling tiles out. It has no sound absorption or deadening values, though it is a nice diffuser on the wall. That's where we're at. So God help us. So welcome to the Thunderdome. We're wiring up this rack. So basically what we had to do was after we moved the modem, and they have a injector box where you can run basically coax. It will put the internet signal through coax in your house. So if you need to, there's a transmitter and a receiver. So if you need to, say, drop a switch someplace that doesn't have Ethernet, you can do that. So we basically had to move the modem and that injector box into the breaker box panel. So as soon as we ran one cable, which is the WAN, we had to run a secondary one so that we can hit a switch with that to put that back to the injector box. And now we're going to wire the rack. So I'm going to just put all of this at the patch panel and do that because we're going to have to go back into the box because, of course, we didn't realize that we were going to have to do this in the electrical panel. I have to put another outlet in there. This is becoming quite interesting. So I'm going to get this panel mounted, and we're going to start to wire that so we can at least restore internet back to the house in a temporary sense, and then we'll come back in and make it clean. So before we start to terminate this, one of the things that I like to do is just take the patch panel and flip it backwards. It is much easier to wire like that. And then the other thing that we're going to do is each cable is going to have a heat shrink label on it, and then I also like to say what port it's going to be wired in on the rear of this. So let's get to terminating. All right, so we got the bare minimum done so we can get internet restored to the house. Here's our WAN, our cable box, and then we have 2 access points. So we have the one upstairs in the kitchen And then we did this other one right here, which is sort of, I didn't realize that Ben didn't get that mounted. Okay, cool. But that should, we'll see what that actually covers us in a 5,000 square foot house from the basement to the top floor. So I'm just very curious about that. So anyway, I'm going to get the rack loaded up here, and we'll get internet restored to the house. All right, so we're wrapping up day one. This took us roughly 5 hours to do this, about 5 hours. So Ben sussed all of this out, which are all of the coax jacks in the house, and we've managed to move the modem and the, what is this thing? This is like the Ethernet injector to coax world.
Well, it injects Ethernet back onto the coax lines in the house.
So if we want to drop a switch someplace, we just need another one of those, and we can drop a switch, which is great. We are unfortunately out of plugs under here, so I have to put another duplex in there. Currently, we have an extension cord going into the bottom outlet so that we can still power all of the coax lines in the house. This is the modem. So let's go into the storage room. So we were unfortunately thwarted by Unifi's packaging yet again. The USM switch that I bought was not PoE. I didn't even look. I just assumed that if you were paying all of that money for a switch with a little screen on it, that it would be PoE. And I have one at my house, and I didn't even think to look. So when we got the rack basically wired today, you know, none of the access points appeared. So it's like, oh my God. So we had to put the old switch back in. I need to order a new switch, but this at least has them alive with one access point in the basement, the U6 access point in the basement, and one of the in-wall lights. So this is our trail of carnage that's here. This, although very ugly, is going to get us good temporary internet, because I don't even know what the date is today, but it's opening day for baseball season. So when my mother comes home, the TVs need to work and the internet needs to work so she could watch the game. So that was our top priority today, is to get it into that world. So tomorrow we're going to come back and get the other access points run. And I am going to order a new switch. Well, this is the Dream Machine, the switch that goes right there with PoE in it tonight, so that hopefully we can get that by next week, and then we can get this thing sort of wrapped. So anyway, it's the end of day one. See you tomorrow. Electricians, it's your boys. Now listen, we have been troubleshooting this outlet. The circuit that we are up to right now is this main hallway light is a 4-way. These hallway lights are a 4-way. And my God, they've got a 3-way outlet in here that we pulled out. We installed our Brilliant controller in that, and the lights were flickering. And we're like, what the heck is going on? Well, we figured out that this is the 4-way switch. Downstairs is the remote, and this is the supply. But nothing is labeled. And as a matter of fact, one of the white wires in that box is a hotline. So, electricians, my dudes, this is your public service announcement from your fake electrician, low voltage guy, apostrophe, or in parentheses S, low voltage guys. Just label your stuff. Like, is this hard? Look at this. Ooh, outlet. Because there's this outlet that is also linked to that. So when you pop a box open and there's white wires and red wires and bare wires, like, I'm going to use logical assumptions here and think a white wire is a neutral unless there's a piece of tape or something on it. So could you guys just maybe label stuff? So this is day 2. I don't think I shot a day 2 video yet. Ben and I have been here now for 4 hours, and we got one access point downstairs in the living room right there. And we're just trying to get the Brilliant controllers in so we can program it and leave, so that we can work on this another day, because we both jokingly said we will give this 3 hours today. And now we're on
45 minutes past that.
Yeah, so we're now at 3 hours and 45 minutes, as everybody at LM is mad at us because we are moonlighting this for my mom. So anyway, we're going to get this sorted out and check back in. My God, we have finally ended day 2. Yeesh. This has been a bit of a complicated install. So the main thing that we got done today was we got our Brilliant controllers installed, which these are pretty cool. So in the downstairs kitchen controller, I made my mom 3 scenes. There's this one that's called Work, that makes the kitchen just the ugliest color of bright white. We have another one that's called Vibe, which puts it all into this mode. Then we have another one that's called Nightlight, and it puts everything into super dark amber. Now, the only problem that I'm having at the moment is everything that is on Caseta control is not talking quickly, or I should say it's talking sporadically. So this linear fixture all of a sudden is just not wanting to talk, but then in a minute or so, it'll talk. But in the nightlight scene, the idea here is it's if you want to go to bed, so when you're done cleaning up the kitchen, you can put the house in nightlight mode, and all of the lights, including the hallway lights here, the chandelier in the dining room, and the foyer light will go into a super dim mode. And then when you go upstairs, the master bedroom is right in front of us. And then you go to this second controller here, and you can make all lights go off, which is cool. So you can just go to bed. So in the morning, when you wake up, I had this one that's called Good Morning Joanne, which I need to have a little funny macro that plays her financial channels, because that's what she likes to listen to in the morning. So this one is actually a scene that is called 24-hour light. So right now it's about 5 o'clock, so these lights are actually dimming, but in the morning, the house will go into a fairly bright white color that she likes. And it will, as the day goes on, it will get more dim. So the idea with that is if she puts it in that scene, she can leave the whole house in a scene all day long if she's home or whoever's here. I just thought it was funny to say, Good Morning, Joanne. And then, when you go to bed at night, you can click all lights off. And then within that all lights off command, it also shuts off any Sonos that's going. So if you're playing background music in the kitchen, that will also shut it off. So in case you're playing it from a phone kind of thing and you're like, oh my God, what phone is that playing from? It will give you an all off command. We got this access point added today, which was fairly challenging. So the interesting thing is we have 0 access points upstairs. So we have 2 downstairs. We have the in-wall in the living room here, and we have the in-wall in the kitchen. And then right below us is a U6 in the ceiling. So a lot of the things that we did today was we added Decora switches here. So this is a 3-way, this is a 4-way that we updated. This one here is a 3-way, and then the Caseta controller for the foyer chandelier is upstairs, so that if you do want to do that. But, a lot of that stuff is kind of cool, so that if you, are having a dinner party or you want to, put your house in entertainment mode, and people come in through the front door, you can write it so that this scene is the scene that you engage also controls that light. And one of the things that we also need to do is swap these switches over to Decora, because I would like to put the front lights into Caseta dimmer as well, so that, when you put your house into company mode or vibe mode or whatever, it just has those lights on. So you don't have to worry, oh man, did I put the front lights on, etc. So this is the end of day 2. What do you think about day 2, Ben?
Oh boy.
We said we were only going to be here for 4 hours, and we ended up staying here for roughly 6. So that is the end of day 2. I'm going to edit this and see how long this thing is, and perhaps we'll make a part 3, or we'll continue adding on to this video.